On the mark, 68 with you, tackling a tough subject. Steroid use in the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's a mess right now, and it's only going to get much worse. Right now, 5 of the top 9 home run hitters of all time have either tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs or are suspected of using such based on physical evidence. And when we mean physical evidence, what we're talking about is either legal physical evidence, or in the case of Barry Bonds, legal evidence, and physical evidence. Just look at the man in 2001 when he hit 73 home runs versus 10 years earlier when he was merely one of the best baseball players in the bigs with 3 MVP awards in 4 seasons. Now here's the standard right now, which is really no standard at all. Mark McGwire has not been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's not even close. Based on statistics and accomplishments, Mark McGwire is a Hall of Fame player, one of the great power hitters of all time, one of the prodigious home run hitters of his era and really of any era. But he's a 260s hitter. He's a marginal defensive player. Therefore, he's not a first ballot type of guy. The argument for Bonds is that he would be one of the all-time greats even without using steroids. Steroids made him one of the immortals, one of the top 5 offensive players of all time. But that's really no standard at all. We need to have one standard, and I propose one of 2. Either number 1, if you tested positive for steroid use, or the physical evidence is overwhelming that you use steroids, you're banned from the Baseball Hall of Fame. Or number 2, you are judged based on your on-the-field performance, just like anybody else. Except there's an addendum to your Hall of Fame plaque, which, pardon me, I wrote it down. It reads, this player tested positive for using performance-enhancing drugs or is suspected of such based on legal evidence. Their performance was enhanced to an immeasurable degree. I think this is the only reason and the only way, I should say, to tackle this. You have to have a standard. You can't have every Hall of Fame voter using their own criteria. It just doesn't work that way. And we've got the Manny Ramirez of the world. We've got Gary Sheffield, Alex Rodriguez, Sammy Sosa to contend with in the next few years. I'm on the mark 68. This is a very interesting and controversial subject. I'd like to hear your take.